What's up guys, TMTRE here, also known as the man that reviews everything. Today I got some movie news for you guys. We're going to be discussing new casting updates on the DC film Blue Beetle, update on a Godzilla Vs Kong sequel that was announced. Also, recent reports came out about a Play-Doh movie in the making, as well as a biopic of Colonel Sanders. That's right. The man and the face of KFC Kentucky Fried Chicken. Finger looking good. Which is interesting. So we're going to be discussing that and many more today. Go ahead and leave a like if you're interested in the stories or if you like the updates I'm giving you guys. I'm going to come up with a name for this segment. I don't have an official name for it, but I'm just going to call it movie news for you guys until I can come up with a name for it. But yeah, if you guys are liking what you're seeing, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and click that subscribe button as well. And leave me your thoughts on all the news updates I'm giving you guys. And let's get into this. So, first thing we're going to talk about today is DC's movie Blue Beetle and the casting update we got for that. So, DC's Blue Beetle is slated to come out August 18, 2023 in theaters, which originally it was announced to come out on HBO Max, but they changed it, so that's good. And hearing that they changed it kind of lets us know they actually have faith in this movie, you know, that they believe this movie is going to make money at the box office. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do. I'm not familiar with the character Blue Beetle. I wasn't a big DC fan growing up. Like, I like DC. I like Batman, Superman, Cyborg, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Lantern, all the like need to know characters, but all the extra characters such as like Blue Beetle, who wasn't like a big main like DC character, I didn't really know him. But I seen him in the animated shows and I seen him in that and I thought he was pretty cool, but I'm gonna watch this movie because I'm curious to see what DC is heading towards, especially with the news with the Flash movie and what they're doing with that. So I'm curious to see how Blue Beetle fits into the DC cinematic universe and how he fits into the Justice League. But they have recently casted the one and only George Lopez as Jaime Reyes, who is the Blue Beetle, as his uncle. And I love George Lopez. George Lopez is hilarious, you know, like I grew up with his show, watching him jump on trampolines and go in slow-mo with him and his family, my like entire childhood. You know, I woke up at like 3 a.m. to the theme song playing. So, but I love George Lopez. I think he's very funny and I think he's pretty good at acting. I haven't really seen him outside of his George Lopez show, but he was pretty good in that. And seeing him cast in this DC film, in a superhero film, like in a universe, like I'm interested to see this now, you know, because George Lopez is in it, I definitely want to see this movie now. So yeah, make sure to check that out when that comes out August 18, 2023 of next year. So I know I'll be checking that out. But moving on to our next topic of news, we recently got announced yesterday that Godzilla Vs Kong is getting a sequel and it's going to start filming in Australia later this year. And this is coming to us from Variety. They posted an article yesterday morning stating that it is going to be filming in Australia and that director Adam Wingard is going to be back to direct the sequel. And I know many of you are probably thinking, how are they going to do a sequel to this film with how the film ended? There's been many theories, many speculations of how and where this movie can go. Some people are thinking it's going to be a Song of Kong, you know, or they found it in the end credits. There's a news report saying that they found an egg. Now that could be Godzilla's son too, and King Kong might have to fight him or raise him, or I don't know. I don't know what this movie's gonna be about. But I love this series. I love the MonsterVerse. I loved it ever since the first Godzilla came out in 2014, I believe. I remember I was super psyched for that, and I went to go see it, and I loved it. And then King of Monsters came out. I don't know, that one was like iffy. The fights were cool, but the story was a mess. And then Skull Island came out, and that was cool. I liked that a lot. I love the casting of Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, John Goodman, and so on. And the visuals in that movie were like great. You know, I would, if they did make a direct King Kong sequel, I would like to see what happens to those characters afterwards, or what happens to Kong after, you know. But, yeah, I don't know where they're going to go with the sequel, but I'm definitely going to check this out when this comes out, because I'm a big fan of this franchise and this series. So what do you guys think? Are you guys going to check this out when this comes out? Are you guys interested at all? Do you guys like the MonsterVerse franchise? Now, our next bit of news is going to come as a bit of a shocker. Variety is reporting that Play-Doh is going to get its own animated movie. Just let that sink in for a bit. Play-Doh. The fun play with not to eat toy. I don't even know if it's a toy, but I mean, you know, like how can you make a movie about Play-Doh? I'm so curious to see, but it's in the works with Emily V. Gordon and John M. Chu, and John M. Chu is the guy who directed Crazy Rich Asians, and he did pretty good at that. And I think he also did In the Heights as well. I've never seen that movie, but I saw Crazy Rich Asians, and that was pretty good. But animated Play-Doh, I don't know how that's going to come out. I don't know what they're going to do with it. And this is just one of the many Hasbro's brands that's getting an own movie, because they're also making a Dungeons and Dragons movie. They've made a Clue movie, a G.I. Joe movie, Power Rangers, Transformers. They're also making a Magic 8-Ball movie, which I don't know if that's Hasbro, but that's another kid's toy. You know, they're making that, and then I think they're also making... I'm totally spacing right now. Blumhouse is making a horror movie about the Magic 8-Ball. I think they're also making a movie based on the Rubik's Cube. So this shouldn't really surprise us, but I'm surprised. If they were gonna do a Play-Doh movie, I thought they were gonna do it about like the creator of Play-Doh and how he became like successful. But I didn't know they were gonna make it animated. I can already see it kind of being like about kids forming different shapes or different animals or different objects into Play-Doh and then bringing them to life. I could kind of see it going like that. John M. Chu and Emily Gordon, they've came out and said that the team looks forward to bringing the audience a moldable, pliable, iconically scented story about the importance of imagination. Like I said, the whole molding, creating objects, creating animals, or creating something and bringing it to life. That's the only way I can really see this movie playing out. I'm curious to see, though, who's going to star in it. Are they going to get somebody like Chris Pratt, who's already voicing Mario? Like, we don't need that guy in this Play-Doh movie. Like, who's going to be in this movie? Who's going to read the script and be like, I need to be in this movie? It's just hard for me to imagine a Play-Doh movie being successful. Now, our next bit of news, kind of relating to the Play-Doh movie. We're getting reports from Deadline that Colonel Sanders, the man behind KFC, is getting a biopic. And now we've seen this too happen with like the founder starring Michael Keaton, and how he became the man who's behind McDonald's. Now we're getting the same thing, but with KFC. First off, I'm not that big of a fan of KFC food. Like, I'll get it once in a while. But, you know, I'm just not that big of a KFC guy, and I don't know if, maybe I'm just feeling this, but I don't really care for this at all. I don't know who's asking for it. I don't know who's out there. And maybe somebody who loves KFC so much, like, give me a Colonel Sanders movie right now. Or, like, you know, like, I don't know who's doing that. Like, who wants a KFC movie? Do you guys want a KFC movie? Are you guys eating KFC right now while I'm talking about this? Maybe. I don't know. But I don't know why they're making this movie. But they're going to talk about the rise of Colonel Sanders and how he made finger-licking-good chicken and how the franchise became so big and so popular. The founder with Michael Keaton is a different story because it's McDonald's. Like, I actually like McDonald's, and I was curious to see, like, McDonald's is all over the entire world, you know, like, it's the biggest fast food chain probably. So yeah, I was curious to see, dude, who came up with McDonald's, who you know, started this massive powerhouse. But KFC is like, compared to McDonald's, not really up there, you know? So I'm not that interested in this movie, but I just figured there are people out there who will go check this out, who love KFC, who wants to know more about the man behind KFC, Colonel Sanders. So are you one of those people? Are you going to be checking this movie out? So now talking about a little bit of TV news, there has been reports by Variety saying that the Supernatural prequel, The Winchesters, cast Meg Donnelly and Drake Roger as a young Mary and John Winchester. I love Supernatural. I watch all 15 seasons. I even watch it on I binge it every other year and rewatch everything. I love it that much. I'm kind of curious about this show. I don't know. I'm on the fence if I want to watch it or if I'll check it out or not, but I did like the story. I think it was season 5 when Dean goes back in, and I'm sorry if I spoil anything. I'll probably put a spoiler alert down below just in case, but back in season 5 of Supernatural, when Dean goes back in time and sees his parents and he kind of helps them be together. I like that whole episode. I like the story it was telling, and I like the character of John and Mary. So do we need a whole show, possibly series of, what are they going to show us after, that episode happened? Are they going to show us them hunting together? Are they going to show us before they had Sam and Dean? Are they going to show us when they had Sam and Dean as a kid? You know, that would also be an interesting aspect. Actually, if they ended up doing that in a second season or a third season, where they would have Sam or Dean already, and then we see John kind of taking Dean on hunts with him, then okay, I'll be interested to see that. But I don't know. I have to watch a trailer or see something, a plot synopsis about what the film's going to be about. Sorry, not the film, the TV show. I'm still going to be on the fence about this show until this comes out. So, but yeah, I just thought you guys should know about that in case you were a fan of Supernatural as well. So now for our last bit of news, I've saved the best for last. We have been getting reports that Andrew Garfield is in active talks with Sony to be in one or more films as Spiderman. It looks like he's going to be returning as our web slinger, even though we have Tom Holland coming, still going strong. He's supposed to have a new trilogy, but they're going to get Andrew Garfield to come back. And that's coming out from the SRP report and also from many reliable scoopers from Twitter that I follow, and I'll put their handles or their names on the screen as well. And they've been right most of the times. They've been right a lot. They post leaks and scoops and all that, so you might want to follow with precaution just in case you don't want to get anything spoiled for you. But they're the first ones to report that Andrew Garfield is going to be coming back for one or more movies, and I am so down for that. I loved Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. I loved even the second one, and I know most people don't like it, but I really enjoyed it. And I liked it a lot, even though it was a messy film, yes, but it's still enjoyable to watch. The first one was really good too. I liked the dramatic, tone it had. It was different than the Tobey Maguire films. But that's what I'm wondering. If they're gonna get Andrew back, they gotta get Tobey back too. Because if they can get both of them back, money. One of them back, money. We all want Tobey to come back too. We wanted him to come back in No Way Home. And when he showed up, my theater went crazy. I know I was jumping out of my seat with excitement. And he was the one I was most excited for. So if they can bring Tobey back too, I would love it. But my question is, are they bringing them back for their own solo movies? Or are they going to be just teamed up again with Tom Holland? And I hope that they just get their own solos. But I don't think they will, because Sony has already came out and said that Tom Holland is our Spider-Man. He's the one we want to move forward with and continue telling his story. Yes, I do want to see Tom Holland's story continue. I do like his Spider-Man. But before No Way Home came out, I did not like that he got everything handed to him, meaning his suit was made by Tony Stark, the Iron Spider suit was made by Tony Stark, you know, and then he made the suit from Far From Home with Stark equipment, you know. So everything he got was from the help of Tony. But now that Tony's gone, Spider-Man's now lost everybody he's ever loved. Nobody knows who he is. He's gonna struggle now, you know. He has to pay rent. He has to go to college. He has to start over with no help and nothing. And to me, that has always been Spider-Man. He's always the one who keeps his head up when times are down, like hard. He's still the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and he's always there to help. And to me, that's Spider-Man. And we got to see that in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Especially in the second one, we saw him struggle a lot, especially with his mental health. We seen him go through that too. And now I'm excited to see Tom Holland go through that. But if you're going to bring Andrew Garfield back, give him his own solo movie. Give us the Amazing Spider-Man 3. You know, put him up against Venom. Put him up against even Kraven the Hunter that's coming out. Give us just Andrew by himself, and you would make more than $500 million at the box office. Guaranteed. People will go out and watch that. If it's a continuation of The Amazing Spider-Man, people will be there to watch that. I know I would be. So, that's just all the movie news we got for you guys today. If you guys like what you saw, go ahead and leave a like and comment down your thoughts below. What do you guys think? You know, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I want to know you guys' opinions. Do you guys agree with some of mine? Do you guys disagree? Do you guys have theories on some of the movies? What they can be about? What could happen in them? Especially like the Play-Doh movie. You know, do you guys want an Amazing Spider-Man 3? Do you guys want Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire? Do you want them to come back and team up with Tom Holland? Let me know. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new here. And if you like what you're seeing, you know, I'm going to be doing these kind of videos every other day, weekly, especially like movie news and stuff. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and watching, and you know, just going through this journey with me. And this is probably my 5th or 6th video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my videos. It means a lot to me, and just stay safe, spread the love, not the hate, and stay safe, guys. I'll see you guys next time on the next video. Have a good day, guys.